Hey everybody, Ben Fitzgerald here, and I wanted to let folks know that I am starting a channel. It's going to be primarily a YouTube channel. I may strip the audio and put it on Spotify as some form of a podcast, but I don't know. We'll see. I wanted just folks to know that I am starting a channel, and this channel is going to be called Word Equity. What I mean by this is that everyone invests in something, whether it be a financial investment, whether it be a time investment, we are investing in something. And when we invest in these things, we expect some sort of a payout or a reward or a return. And just as we invest in these things and just as we expect that payout of those things, so we also invest in words. Whether it's the things that we say, whether it's the things that we read, be it online articles or YouTube videos or books or movies or shows, etc. Whatever. We are invested in these words, and when we invest in these words, we are gaining equity for our minds and for our souls. So I wanted to start this channel to take our sometimes shallow viewpoints and go maybe a little bit deeper into language. I like to nerd out. I nerd out on Harry Potter and Star Wars, and especially Lord of the Rings. If you're friends of mine, you know I really like to nerd out on Lord of the Rings. But I do just simply love words. And I think that's part of the reason why I love to nerd out on these books and these series is because these authors have figured out how to take these words and so eloquently put them in a way that creates such a beautiful visual. And so I love words. I love different languages and histories behind the meanings of the text. And so, when I was in college, I studied the Bible. I studied a lot of that. I studied the theologies and the philosophies. But mainly, I studied the words. And I studied the language. And so I did that for Hebrew, and I did it so much so that I ended up with an honorary minor in Hebrew. And so as a hobby, I tend to look through scripture and research the book, research the heck out of it. And my poor wife, I just end up like spewing all of this information out on her. And so I wanted to basically bring you all into the madness as well. Seriously though, the real reason why I wanted to start some form of a channel is because I had started to see the shift in conversation. I had started to see that it was going from person to person to from person to online. And so I looked up, apparently in 2019, over 3,000 people had Googled or YouTubed the question, what does the Bible say about blank? And you fill in the blank, right? And then that same year, apparently over 4,000 people had asked the question on Google or on YouTube, does God exist? And so people are online and they are searching for truth in this medium. And so I felt compelled to start something that might help folks answer some of their burning questions that they have online. I don't know if I can help, but I wanted to provide something. And I wanted to put a focus on the Google, YouTube big hitters, right? Where did the Bible come from? Should I go to church? What does the Bible say about, this and that, right? And why do Christians disagree with science? Does hell exist? All these questions, there's so many of them that are being put in the Google search bar or in the YouTube search bar. And I just wanted to provide something and maybe answer some of those questions. So I'm hoping that I can help provide an honest conversation, unhindered really by, church politics, by fear of scrutiny, by whatever, that this can really be a safe place for you, a safe place for me, to be honest and be truthful, because that's really what we are trying to search for and what we're trying to really protect is the hunt and the discovery and search for truth. And so we all have these different tools and mechanisms in search for truth. And it's something that we all yearn for, is the answers to some of these questions, the truth of our existence, the truth of our creation, our purpose. So whether you use science or whether you use religious texts or life experience, we're basically hoping to answer some of these fundamental and important questions. And so without fears, without any agenda, I want to be able to authentically tackle this and journey with you all in search for truth. My hope, my honest to goodness hope, is that Christians and non-Christians alike can come together on this channel and at the very least learn something about something, right? And so, if you like history, if you like learning about languages, about all of this stuff, but you're not so sure about the Bible, or you're not so sure about how the way Christians have treated the Bible, hey, guess what? You're in good company. So with that being said, you can find this channel on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, maybe Spotify. We'll see. I don't know. But you can follow us at Word Equity. And if you have any questions or thoughts of your own, if you have any content that you want to put out there for me to talk about, that's where you can find me. And if you want to figure out the first topic of conversation, the first video that I'm going to put out there, just continue watching this video as I reveal the intro to Word Equity. So with that being said, you can find us, it's me, it's not us, it's not plural, it's just me. I'm just doing it by myself. Oh my gosh, I gotta go pick up my kids. Okay, finish this off. And so people, dang it, I burped. Why am I so burpy?